everybody. Um, this is David Blue Ice again, and this is my third religious video. It's been a while. My last video was from March 18, 2017, so like 9 months ago, and today is actually Christmas Day. It's Monday, December 25th, 2017. So um quite some time has passed. Some things have changed. I have a new job now at Express Scripts. Um okay, so this is going to be my third religious video. Okay. And I really hope you enjoy it. Okay, here it goes. Survive and live through the Great Tribulation and Armageddon. There will be people that will survive and live through the Great Tribulation and through Armageddon. These will all be God's people. These will be the people that will never die or experience death. The picture on the right shows fire burning. It looks like a forest fire, it looks like trees burning. But it's to represent destruction. Memorial of Jesus Christ's death. The memorial of Jesus Christ's death is also called the Lord's Evening Meal. This event occurs once a year and is the commemoration of the death of Jehovah God's Son, Jesus Christ, when he was a perfect human man on the earth. During this special event, a plate of unleavened bread and a glass of wine is passed around to every attendant. Only the people that are part of the anointed 144,000 chosen ones are supposed to partake of the bread and wine. The bread symbolizes Jesus Christ's body. The bread is flat, brittle, and unleavened. The bread is unleavened because it represents the sinless perfection of Jesus. The wine symbolizes the blood of Jesus. Okay, the top picture to the left shows some unleavened bread, and then the picture below it shows a glass of wine. The anointed 144,000. 144,000 faithful human servants will have the opportunity to go to heaven to reign as kings and priests with Jehovah God's Son, Jesus Christ, for 1,000 years. A literal human being cannot go to heaven, so that means these anointed humans will take on a spirit form in order to go to heaven. They will have the opportunity to see Jehovah God in person along with Jesus Christ and the other angels in heaven. These ones have already been chosen, and most of them are already in heaven with Jesus Christ. There are only a few remaining on earth, and they are the ones that partake of the bread and wine at the memorial of Jesus Christ's death. Okay, and the picture to the right shows the 144,000 and Jesus Christ in the middle. The generation of the year of 1914 will not pass. All the people that were born around or in the year of 1914 will not all completely die off before the great day of Jehovah God arrives. All these people are in their late 90s and early 100s. Also, remember that human beings do not live too much longer once in their 100s. This means that the great day of Jehovah God is very close. And the picture to the left shows a little boy and girl that were most likely born in or around the year of 1914. It just represents that people born or people, little people that were around that time would not all die off before the great day of Jehovah God arrives. Everlasting life as perfect, sinless human beings. After the war of Armageddon, all the survivors and all the people that are resurrected will finally be able to live forever. This will be truly amazing. All of our human bodies will be raised to perfect human conditions. This was God's original plan for us, and it will finally be able to happen for God and for us. We will have perfect, beautiful bodies. There will be no more pain, jealousy, sorrow, heartbreak, heartache, nor sadness anymore. Nobody will ever be blind, deaf, mute, paralyzed, lame, or an amputee ever again. And the picture to the right shows the earth turned into a paradise. It shows humans being raised to perfection. The blind will see. All the people that were born blind, have any sort of vision problems, or that lost their sight will be able to see for the first time, have improved vision, and will be able to see again. Nobody will ever need glasses, contacts, or LASIK eye surgery again. Nobody will need Braille anymore. Okay, the picture to the left shows the silhouette of a man that's blind and needs a walking stick. And the next picture shows someone reading with Braille because they're blind and they can't see. And then the last picture shows a lady, which represents someone who can see, that doesn't need glasses or contacts or Braille. The deaf will hear. All the people that were born deaf or that lost their hearing will be able to hear sound for the first time or be able to hear again. Nobody will need hearing aids ever again. Okay, the pictures to the right, the first one shows a man that could possibly be like losing his hearing or having a hard time hearing something. The next picture shows a hearing aid, and then the next one shows sign language that that deaf people have to use to communicate. And then the fourth picture shows a man enjoying his hearing because he probably has pretty good hearing. The mute will speak. Other people that were born mute or that lost their ability to talk will be able to speak for the first time or be able to speak again. Nobody will need an electrolarynx or an artificial voice box ever again. Okay, now the pictures to the left, the first one shows an electrolarynx to help mute people talk, and then the second picture shows a lady using one because she I guess have a speech problem or cannot speak without it. The paralyzed and lame will be normal and walk. Other people that were born paralyzed or lame that went through and survived a major accident that had a devastating life-changing circumstance happen to them, or that were crippled, will be able to walk and function normally for the first time, or be normal like they once were again. There will be no more need for wheelchairs or power chairs ever again. Okay, the first picture to the right shows a lady that's paralyzed in a wheelchair, and then the next picture shows a man and woman that are able to walk. The amputees and everybody missing organs and important body functions will be restored. All the people that were born without a limb, organ, or an important body function, that had a limb amputated, or that lost a body part, will have all of their limbs, organs, body functions, and body parts again, or for the first time if they were born without them. They will be restored, healthy, normally functioning human beings. There will be no more need for crutches, artificial limbs, or artificial devices to help a certain part of the body to function normally ever again. Okay, the picture to the left shows two ladies. They're both amputees, and they both lost one of their legs. Um, um, it it appears that they're friends. And their crutches are on the ground. Everybody with Down syndrome, mental retardation, and with unnatural conditions will be normal. All the people that were born with Down syndrome, that were born with mental retardation, people that are schizophrenic, people that have a psychopathic mental disorder, or that were born with or develop any type of abnormal or unnatural condition, will all be able to function normally. Okay, and then the picture to the right shows a little girl with Down syndrome. All human beings will be more attractive. We will all be more attractive than we are now, and more than we have ever been before. Nobody will think of anybody as unattractive or ugly ever again. We will all be attractive to everybody, and everybody will be attractive to us. So that means like in today's society, like if we see somebody that we're not interested in because we're not attracted to them, it will not be like that in the new system, because they will be very attractive to us. Like everybody will, but we're gonna be perfect, so we're not gonna have like a lustful mindset like we do now when we see somebody very attractive, because we're going to be perfect. Okay, the picture to the left shows a lady that in today's society people would consider very attractive. There will be no more sickness. All the people that were born with any sort of disease, or anybody that developed a sickness, will be cured completely. We will all have perfect health. Nobody will get sick again. This means no more sicknesses, diseases, illnesses, viruses, bad bacteria, colds, flus, allergies, or any type of infections for us ever again. There will be no more need for hospitals, autism care services, rehab centers, cemeteries, morgues, mortuaries or funeral homes, nursing homes, eye care facilities, dentists, doctors, or any other services to help prevent or care for sin, sickness, or imperfection ever again. Okay, and then the picture to the right shows a man that possibly have a cold, or he could have the flu. Skin problems and unattractive qualities will be corrected. Everybody that has skin problems like vitiligo, badly burned skin, unwanted stretch marks, bad acne, undesirable moles on their skin, pimples, skin diseases, and infections, and all other types of dry, damaged, and imperfect skin will have perfect, beautiful, smooth human skin. Other people with unattractive qualities such as spaced, missing, cracked, yellow, discolored, or damaged teeth, uneven body features, damaged and unappealing toenails and fingernails, men with Adam's apples that are too big, features that are too big or too small, such as breasts, for women, eyes, lips, noses, chins, head sizes, and uneven shaped heads, flat or too excessively sized butts, intolerable veins that pop out of the skin that won't go away, hair problems, balding, hair that won't grow at a normal rate or length, and any type of displeasing flaw will have attractive, perfect human qualities and features. Um, okay, the first picture at the bottom shows a black lady with vitiligo, and then the next picture shows a Caucasian man with who was burned. Old people will be restored to their youth. All the old people that will survive Armageddon and all the old people that died will be restored to their youth again. Nobody will ever grow old again. Remember, growing old, getting sick and dying was the punishment that God condemned our first parents, Adam and Eve, with, and what they passed down to all of us to this very day. There will be no more need for walkers or walking canes ever again. Okay, the first picture to the left shows an old couple, and then the picture below shows a young couple. Bad thoughts will not come to mind. We will have perfect brains, consciences, and mentalities. Jehovah God will remove all bad, evil, and wicked thoughts from our minds and from our memories. Nothing bad will come to mind again, and there will not be mental torture or mental suffering anymore. We will only have good thoughts in our minds all the time. Okay, the top picture to the right shows a black man. He's crying because something sad must have happened, and he probably it keeps torturing his mind, and he can't think about nothing else but um something bad that probably happened. And then the bottom picture shows the silhouette of a man drinking alcohol because he's probably depressed because probably something bad probably happened and he's thinking about it. No more wicked people on the earth. Nobody will sin or do wicked things anymore. All the wars, military soldiers and veterans, including the Army, Navy, and Air Force, prostitution, gangs, gang rapists, drug dealers, drug cartels, human and sex trafficking, pedophiles, and any sort of violence will all be demolished. Everybody will be your true friends on the entire earth. You will be able to trust everybody with your life, literally. There will be no more use for locks on homes or vehicles because nobody will be thieves, commit home burglaries, crimes, murders, car robberies, or carjacks ever again. There will be no more need for polices, prisons or jails, solitary confinements, insane asylums, fire departments, or any other organizations to help prevent or handle wickedness ever again. Okay, the top picture to the left shows some um men that are in the army, soldiers. And then the bottom picture shows a gang. All the animals and every life force on earth will be harmless. All the animals and everything that is living on the earth besides humans that are dangerous will be harmless. There will be no more poisonous, health hazardous plants or vegetation. No poisonous snakes or spiders will ever bite you again. No bees or insects will sting you. All the wild and dangerous animals of the earth will be friendly to you and will not cause any harm at all to you. Anything on earth that was once dangerous will now be completely harmless. And okay, the pictures to the right, the first one shows poison plants, poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac, the leaves. Of course, if they touch your skin, then they'll cause rashes. And there's even a plant that will cause burns on your skin if you touch it. Okay, the next picture shows a bumblebee collecting nectar, or pollen from a flower. And then the next picture shows a poisonous snake. This snake is called an inland taipine snake. And then the next picture shows a black widow spider. And then the next picture shows a piranha fish. And then the next picture shows the teeth. Someone displaying the sharp teeth of the piranha fish. And then the last picture shows a crocodile, which is dangerous to people and have killed people. No more wealth or poverty. There will not be greedy rich people or needy poor people anymore. Everybody will be equal in value and nobody will be above or below another person. There will be no more use for money. The love of money is, in fact, the root of all sorts of injurious things. Many evil things in the world have occurred over money. Everything will be free, and everybody will do their own work, build their own homes, and grow their own food. Everybody will be sharing, caring, and loving to everybody else. We will all be one big happy family of humans. Okay, the top picture to the left shows some gold bars and some gold coins, and then the picture below it shows some people that are living in poverty, probably searching for things and in trash. No more world hunger or starvation. There will be no more starving people around the world. Everybody will have plenty of food in each part of the world. Nobody will ever have to worry about going hungry or starving anymore. Okay, now the picture to the right shows some children, some black children in Africa that are starving. They're very skinny and they really need care. And this will never happen again. So, in the new system, nobody will ever have to go through hunger and starvation again. No more multiple false religions and false gods. Everybody all over the world will only have one true religion. There will not be multiple religions anymore. Everybody will serve only one true God, which is Jehovah God. There will be no more multiple false gods anymore. Okay, then the picture to the left shows different symbols representing different religions in the world. Of course, there's many more. These are only a few. No more work inequality or unemployment. There will be no more inequality in jobs, nor will any job be stressful or tiresome. All work will bring joy and satisfaction to everybody. Nobody will be unemployed and everybody will have work to do. There will be no more use for unemployment services. Nobody will be overworked or lazy. Everybody will be helpful to each other and do their own work. There will not be any more slavery and nobody will be forced to work for nobody else again. Okay, the first picture to the right shows a man working as a barista in a coffee shop, and then the second picture shows a man, a businessman that looks like he recently lost his job and he needs work. It will not be like this again because there will be plenty of work and the work will not be stressful like today. No more homeless shelters or homelessness. There will be no more use for homeless shelters in the earth because The earth will become a paradise home for everybody. People will build their own homes, and all the land of the earth will belong to everybody. There will be no more landowners, and nobody will have to pay rent for another person or have to stay in another person's home. Housing will be free, and there will be no more mortgage or taxes to pay for residency. It will be safe for people to sleep outside if they choose to, without having to worry about dangerous plants, insects, animals, or people. The entire earth will be completely safe, both indoors and outdoors. Okay, the pictures at the top, the first one shows a very nice home, and then the second one shows people staying in a homeless shelter. No more racism and prejudiced people. All races of people will live together, and people will not be separated from each other by race anymore. Everybody will be able to make true friends with all races of people. Nobody will be looked down upon or judged anymore by their race. Nobody will be prejudiced towards nobody else again. We will all have perfect mentalities and accept everybody of all races. Okay, the top picture to the left shows the silhouette of a black and white person, and then the picture below shows people of different races with different colors, their hands and arms, showing how diverse our races are. But remember, there's only 3 different races in the earth: Negro, Caucasian, and Mongol. No more language barriers. There will be no more confusion among language. We will no longer have communication barriers with people that speak another language that is different from our language. Everybody will be able to comprehend everybody of all tongues and languages. It is highly believed that humans will go back to speaking in our original tongue, which was Hebrew, as our main language. We will be able to learn many languages if we are allowed to continue using all the current languages we speak presently around the earth. And then the picture to the right shows like some signs, like a street sign with the different with some of the languages of the world: French, Dutch, Italian, Spanish, German, English, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Thai, and Russian. Paradise on Earth. After Armageddon, the Earth will be restored to a global paradise. The entire Earth will be a giant, beautiful garden paradise home for everybody. Everything and every place on the Earth will be beautiful and perfect. Just imagine how happy everybody will be to live in paradise. Finally, another part of God's original plan for us humans will be fulfilled. The first picture to the left shows a pretty picture, a planet in the background, and then the trees and on a beach. And then the next picture shows a field of flowers and then pretty colors in the background of the sky, and then grass. And then the next picture shows a pretty beach with a hammock. The new system. We are currently living in a current system of corruption, war, violence, hatred, sickness, pollution, inequality, and division. The current system is controlled by someone that is known as a god, but he is not the true God. He is Satan, the devil, and is currently ruling the entire world right now. His followers, which are the demons, are helping him to control the world and maintain its corruption and wickedness. After the great day of Jehovah God, the current perfect new kingdom of Jehovah God will take over and control the earth, and this will be the start of the new system on earth. Jehovah God's Son, Jesus Christ, is currently the King of Jehovah God's new new kingdom. Jesus Christ and the 144,000 will rule over Jehovah God's new kingdom for 1,000 years, and they will pass the rulership over to the eternal sovereign King Jehovah God. Okay, the pictures to the right, the one at the top shows a pretty picture of the water and the sky, just representing how pretty the new system will be. And then the picture at the bottom shows like a picture that could be like in the new system, with pretty flowers and birds and animals and like the waterfall. The human spirit. The spirit of a human being is not a separate entity that continues to live after a human dies. The spirit is the power supply of the body, like electricity powers an electrical device. When we die, our spirit goes out just like the power supply goes out of a device that is unplugged. No part of us separates when we die. Our spirits are not invisible life forces that do not die, such as angels. Our spirits are not like the spirits of angels because humans are not angels. That means when we die, our soul dies, our bodies return to the ground from which it was made, and our spirit goes out and dissipates. Okay, the first picture to the left um shows a person returning to the ground or turning back into dust. And then the second picture shows um a a plug and then a socket. And then the third picture, now this picture is not, this is not what happens because I just put it in there because this is what some people think, like the spirit or soul separates from the body when we die, which is not true. So this picture is not true because our spirit dissipates and our soul dies when we die. The great earthly resurrection of family and friends of both the righteous and the unrighteous. All the people that are resurrected back to life will look like themselves, and they will be the exact same person they were before they died. Just think of all the billions of people that die and will be brought back to life and be able to live again, but this time forever as a perfect human. Both righteous and unrighteous people will be brought back to life and have the chance to live forever in a paradise on earth as a perfect human being. There will be so many reunions of families and friends after the great earthly resurrection. All these people, young and old, will be restored to perfect human conditions. The old people will gradually be restored to their youth, this time as a perfect youthful adult. The babies and children will have a chance to grow up into perfect human adults. The young adults will be able to live again as perfected adults. Everybody will be corrected and perfected in every way and have a better and healthier life. All the people that are resurrected will not remember anything bad, like how they died, especially if they had a tragic and horrific death. They will not remember any sort of torture, pain, or misery that they went through in their previous life. This will truly be an amazing and wonderful time on the earth for all of us, including God, Jesus Christ, and the angels. Okay, so the first picture to the right just shows Jesus' resurrection. Just like an example of the many, many resurrections that will take place on the earth. This shows Jesus' resurrection and Mary Magdalene, um, who was around when during that time. And then the next picture shows a man that was recently resurrected, and he he's being united with family and friends, and um and this is going to be like in the new system, like so many people will be united with their family and friends. Facts about Jehovah God. Jehovah God is a God of love, and he loves all of us humans, all his angels, and all his creations. God is referred to as he and father, but God does not have a gender like human beings, because God is not human, and neither spirits nor angels are male or female. God is immortal and is incapable of dying. God is the most powerful spirit that exists. God does not have a beginning and will never have an ending. He was always here and will always be here forever. God knows everything. God knows what we are thinking and knows what we will think about even before we think of it. Only God can read the hearts of us human beings. God knows everything that we need. God is perfect and cannot sin, and is not the creator of sin. God hates sin and hates when anyone sins. It hurts God when any of us humans die, because the human body was not designed to die, and we were meant to live forever. And we also are Jehovah God's earthly children. So of course it's gonna hurt God when we die. God knows what will happen to us before it happens. God listens to all prayers. God sees everything. If God speaks, then all humans will die on the earth, because he is so powerful. God can do anything except sin. No human being can see God, nor has ever seen God before. God can count every strand of hair on your head and every single grain of sand on all the earth's seashores and deserts. God knows exactly how many stars are in the universe and knows each one by name. Jehovah God is immense and profound, and his power is infinite and beyond anything imaginable. 1,000 years is one day in God's time, which means we humans have not lived 1 week in God's time. So we only live for about 6 days, but not a week. Because we only been on Earth for about a little bit over 6,000 years, like 6,017. And the reason why God knows what we are thinking and knows what we would think about, and even before we think of it, because God, after all, God designed the human brain. So knows God knows all these things. Okay, so the first picture to the left shows a heart representing God as a God of love, and then the picture below it shows a beach representing God able to count all the grains of sand on the seashore, on all the seashores of the earth. And then the picture below it shows someone praying with the Bible representing God representing God being able to listen to all prayers. Okay, the top picture to the right shows a representation of God looking at the earth, which God can see everything on earth. But remember, God is not a man. God is not human. It's just a representation. And it just shows the man, supposedly God, crying because God does have feelings, and when we die, God is hurt. That does make God hurt. because we're not supposed to die. Um, but it's because of several reasons why we die. Um, and then the picture below it shows a desert representing God being able to count all the sands, all the grains of, all those grains of sand on each desert on earth, all the sand dunes, all the grains of sand. And then the picture below that shows a lady with long hair representing God being able to count each strand of hair on on any human person's head. God can count each strand, every single strand of hair. Thanks for watching my third religious video. My fourth one should be out soon. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.